Welcome back. Good evening once again and welcome to TT_P Cars. This is Season 4, Round 4 for the Formula Renault Series at Indianapolis Road Course. Now, of course, I'm James Head 14, your commentator extraordinaire for tonight. We get straight into it. We are literally starting very soon indeed. I'll quickly run through the standings. We've got both the drivers and the teams to get through. Crusher on 159 points leads the way in Luigi Motorsport. Alan Kay in second on 104. McKinley and Sinclair tied for third on 102 points. Aguileta is in fifth on 92 points. Andy is in 6th on 71, Charlie in 7th on 62, Molly Matt in 8th on 59, Mays in 9th on 57, Theo Daly in 10th on 50, Casper in 11th on 38 and Sean in 12th on 30. So those are the point scores here tonight. And for the team standings, Luigi Motorsport lead the way on 209 points. We get straight into the action for qualifying. Luigi Motorsport lead the way on 209 points. Team Panasonic lead the way in second on 173. Equipe Dombaville in third on 154. Renault Sport in fourth on 134. Team Rapper Olio in fifth on 102. Team D-Box in sixth on 95. And Team Sharifza in seventh on 59 points. That's what you get when you have when you look at the roles instead of the team and the total. Goodness me, dearie me, a few mistakes there, but there we go. 13 corners, 2.49 mile in length. I've got a track map that says there's actually 14 corners, so it can be argued slightly. I'm going to call it down the middle and say 14 corners. Andy's saying, I've seen in the last chat someone asking how to join the league. Message me on Twitter or on PSN at Andy81287. Probably these up on my screen, so there is the PSN that you have got to add Marco to the list. And I do believe Marco, he might be a Gaffer GT1 driver, I think. That is, I think, it could be that kid, it could be him, who does the GT1s, who I usually commentate on a Wednesday, but I don't. Crusher Bros hunting chocolate tonight, good to see. And the Penguins are out in force once again for Mays, the Penguins. Everyone waddling their way now out on track. Have to put a pun in there. And we are about to get going for 10 minutes worth of qualifying. And Alan Kay is the first out on track in that Team Renault Sport livery car. We'll try and focus on everyone individually in this qualifying session, or as close to everyone as possible. Try and get a lap in, hopefully, with everyone. Hopefully, providing that it's going to be short, sharp, snappy qualifying here. Alan Kay on 104 points in second place in the championship. He's doing great gun. He's doing absolutely fantastically well in the championship. Second best, you could call him best of the rest at the minute. Crusher Bro getting away, but there's nothing like a certainty in motor racing. That's what we should know by now. And Alan Kay, in fact, has got Crusher Bro, I think, just going past him. Yeah, there is Crusher Bro, just going past him in the number 12 car, the Luigi Motorsport car. Alan Kay, of course, in the number 1 Renault Sport. Crusher Bro better start a lap. We'll focus on both of these as close to as possible. They're going to be right beside each other. Alan Kay, in fact, I'm not sure if he made a mistake of getting out of everyone's way. Crusher Bro better start a lap then. This obviously is going to be a very quick lap. The Norwegian, you never know. Invalidations are quite key around here, if I've got to be honest. I was trying the Renault Sports, the Formula Renaults round here before, and I've got to say, they are very easy to handle, but there's quite a few points in the track, especially through the chicane, going into the middle sector, where you can pick up an invalidation. Let's see how Crusher Bro is going to take this first sector. Very nice indeed through that first sector. Through the chicane, you can just run onto the grass slightly. If you put 2 wheels over, that's it. Your time gets invalidated. It's as simple as that. Crusher Bro now running down the straight towards turn 7, which is this left, then right, then left, then right. It's me to you, and he spins actually coming out of turn 7, just applied a bit too much power. You really probably saw the input of the power there, revving up the RPMs, and Crusher Bro has spun around, and as I said, there's nothing like a certainty in Project Cars. Alan Kay has also made a mistake. Molly Matt and Nico Cassie have set banker laps, 141 flat and a 43.8 respectively. That, I think, is a bit of a glitch actually going through. We'll go on board with Aguilera in the meantime, and you keep Dumberville car. Ooh, snaps that back end through turn 12, now through 13, again applying the power very nicely. That is how you take the corner through there at turn 12, through 13 and through 14. And Aguilera now running up towards the line to set the first competitive lap of this session. He comes across the line with a 1:17.7, very nice, and he's beaten actually by Andy by 400th of a second. So Andy goes out on top. In the view now running around the final corner, and the team rapper Olio car and very nicely down towards the line. McIntyre across the line goes fourth, 1.9 seconds up, and Crusher Bro's spin really condenses everyone. Andy on top, Aguilera second, Molly Matt in third, McIntyre in fourth, with Alan Kay in fifth, Crusher Bro sixth. Nico Casti better improve on his lap in seventh, comes across the line, he does, goes fifth, the 1:21.9, he'll get quicker throughout the session as well. And Charlie about to start the lap in the Keep Dumberville car as well. Hopefully you guys tuning in and enjoying the stream so far. Of course, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you are new to Formula Reynolds, and indeed new to Project Cars, and indeed new to me commentating on the action. I'm sure you guys will appreciate the commentary that is going on here tonight, and I'm sure everyone will get behind the drivers as well out on track. That is Alan Kay and that is Crusher Bro, who were first two out on track. Crusher Bro is right on the back end of Alan Kay as they come through the final corners. Alan Kay in a much deeper line there. Aguilera sets a new fastest lap, 1:15.2. Very nice lap there from the Spaniard. Really puts the cat amongst the pigeons. Crusher Bro across the line, improves by about a second. Had a good run there with Alan Kay's slipstream, and Crusher Bro has got the pole position with a 1:14.2. Alan Kay, I think, did improve on that lap as well, 1:17.6 respectively for him. We'll go back on board with Charlie, who was going through the middle sector. As I say, we'll try and focus on everyone individually in this session. Charlie coming through, very impressive performance from him in the Racing Roulette just a short while ago. And Charlie definitely seems to be putting in the effort, of course. More effort, certainly, than others. Of course, we have had a few drivers pull out, especially last season. It's good to see everyone in strength here tonight doing great. 62 points for Charlie in the Keep Dumberville, number 14 car. He's about to come around the final corner and come across the line to set his lap. Crusher Bro and Alan Kay are into the pits. Charlie about to come across the line. And still is 8th, 1:21.1, but he will improve on that lap, I'm pretty sure of that. We'll go on board with the Italian now, Molly Matt in the Team Sharifsa car. Pretty much like something like you buy the cat food out of, I've got to say. The Dreamies is what I'm thinking. Similar packaging to that in the Team Sharifsa car here tonight. And of course it is a yellow and red livery, as I've alluded to with that. And I feel sorry now for mentioning cat food on the stream. Molly Matt, though, 59 points in the championship, coming around through the final corner. Is he going to improve on this lap? A 1:19 flat to beat. He comes across the line now, and he does improve actually. He goes 5th, just ahead of Alan Kay by about 7/10 of a second there. Molly Matt goes 5th ahead of Alan Kay, so nice stuff indeed. Andy has gone 2nd as well in the meantime, as we've been riding on board with everyone individually. Andy is probably the only one I haven't rode on board individually. Again, going for a very Scottish flavoured theme tonight with the Team Panasonic livery. He's, of course, 4 rounds into this, racing this car round on track. He's not on a lap, but we'll give him a bit of airtime. He is in 6th position after missing last week. 71 points for the number 4 car. Sinclair missing tonight. Hopefully the Scotsman doing well, his fellow teammate doing well here tonight, and we should see him hopefully back for TTL F1, I do believe, on Thursday evening. Andy coming around the final corner won't improve, but is about to come across the line anyways. We'll go on board then with Alan Kay, see if he's improving through the final corner, the Irishman, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here of qualifying. Crusher Bro out on top. Alan Kay doesn't improve. He's just actually, I think, came back out on a lap. So we'll go on board then with Nico Casti, who we haven't came on board with yet. Team Sharifsa joining Molly Matt in that car. Good to see both of them teaming up. And Nico Casti do the final 2 corners. Again, just taking a very deep entry. Might just have to work and practice a little bit more on maintaining that excellent entry speed. Just ensure the car gets the best possible run out, and he gets the best possible run out of the corners as possible. Of course, he is a new driver. It's a learning curve. and I'm assuming Nico Cassi will, of course, improve as the races go on. And of course, there's another race to come tonight, so we should expect big things, I think, for Nico Cassi. Well, right on board, McKinder for you with a 16.3. Crusher Bro just in the background, coming across the line, does improve, 13.4. That is pretty much similar to what I was setting earlier on, if I've got to be honest. I was setting a 112 round here, actually. Don't want to boast about it, but Crusher Bro has got 5 tenths to beat me. Just saying. Crusher Bro has gone quickest, though. Andy, a little way off the pace there, doesn't improve, 14.7. Aguileta coming through the first sector. We'll ride on board with Alan Cage, only a 10th off his time there. On board with McKinder for you, actually, through the middle sector in the Team Raffaolio, coming to the end of the middle sector. As I say, I want to try and flick on board with everyone, and hopefully you guys are getting the best possible action here out on track. That's why I want to deliver with my commentary here tonight, of course. McKinder for you coming through the final couple of corners through turn 12 and through turn 13. And of course, McKinder for you currently sitting in third in the championship, joined third with Sinclair on 102 points in the number 20 car, of course. McKinder for you crossed the line, doesn't improve, but found a bit of time then in that final sector, actually found 2 tenths or so in that final sector. Crusherboard just coming around the final corner in the background of shot, doesn't improve. Andy, in the meantime, the Scotsman, reaching the crescendo here in qualifying and reaching the final couple of corners is Andy, through 13 and 14 he goes now. And the Scotsman, sorry, better come across the line. Just under 15 seconds to go there. Andy across the line. Don't think he'll improve on his lap time. Alan Kay better come across the line now. He does improve, goes fourth. Much better lap time there from the Irishman. Currently second in the standings. He has got time for one more as well. The end of qualifying is here. So we'll go on board with Molly Matt, who was first to come across the line. Molly Matt going very wide actually on the exit of turn 14 there. The Team Shrifter car comes across the line. Does he improve? No improvement there for Molly Matt. Nico Cassidy's teammate just in behind out on track as well. Then I think it might be McKinder for you and Crusher Bro, I have a feeling. Something along the lines of that. Nico Cassidy comes across the line, goes 7th ahead of Charlie. McKinder for you is up next. He's about to come across the line now. Is he going to improve ahead of Alan Kay? No. 2.4 seconds off, does improve the lap time of the 15.9. Crusher Bro across the line. Don't think he improved either at the end of that lap. Crusher Bro takes it. Oh, it's a 112.6 actually from Crusher Bro. Sod me saying he didn't improve. A 112.6, very impressive stuff. We get straight into the action. Andy in second, third, Alan Kay in fourth, McKinder for you in fifth, Molly Matt in sixth, Nico Cassidy and then Charlie in seventh and eighth. Here's everyone on the grid. Crusher Bro, there is Andy, there is Aguilera, there is Alan Kay, McKinder for you, Molly Matt, Nico Cassidy and Charlie. 8 drivers about to do battle once again out on track. Plenty of points up for grabs in both races here tonight. Of course, a random grid race and 15 minutes worth of action to follow after this one. Qualifying and a 15-minute race to come for this race. Here in the Formula Renault's 4 project cars too, 4 TTG. I'm about to get going once again, and I've just spied a spider on my wall, which is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully that doesn't come near me during the commentary, otherwise it's going to be killed. Kill a spider. Crusher Bro then. We're about to get started for 15 minutes worth of action. Right down away we go. Crusher Bro gets a very good start off the line. Very good start as well in the background from McKinder for you. Aguileta has bogged down off the start, but Crusher Bro already away. Running down towards turn 1. Alan Kay and Andy about to go side by side down into turn 1, just in behind this. Very late braking there. Contact. That was Charlie. Very late on the brakes. Alan Kay. There's carnage in the background. Alan Kay has relatively came through that unscathed. It looks like McKinder for you has been caught up in that. Aguileta moved up in that. And Charlie just locking up on the brakes, ensuring he just got the braking point very wrong indeed. And that is what the Constantino effect has just caused. And Molly Matt, in fact, is just limping round in behind. I think he's got damage just in the background. Molly Matt, in fact, is waiting up as a result. So Molly Matt's waiting up as a result. Plenty of action going on very early on. Not really tasteful action, I've got to be honest either. Crusher Bro leads the way though in the meantime. 2.2 seconds the gap. Andy is in second and Alan Kay in third. I think the best 3 out on track are probably in the 3 positions out in front. Nico Casti is into 4th, has avoided the early contact with Molly Matt in 5th position. McKinley for you in 6th, and Aguileta in 7th. Aguileta with no front wing there, just going past McKinley for you, who in turn I think might be waiting up for Charlie. McKinley for you has actually got suspension damage. He'll be on the right hand side of the car. He takes avoiding action there to get out of the way. End of lap 1, coming into turn 1 once again, just snapping the back end there. Crusher Bro under the brakes. 2.7 seconds though, leading through turns 1 and 2. Andy is in 2nd. Alan Kay in 3rd. Nico Casti in 4th. Molly Matt in 5th. Charlie in 6th. Aguileta and McKinley for you both have got damage. Both are into the pits. One without a front wing and one with suspension damage, it seems, out on track. We'll go back on board with the battle for the lead. It's pretty much the closest battle we've got currently out on track. Andy trying to hunt down Crusher Bro. Crusher Bro has had tendencies to make a few mistakes through the 2nd sector, especially in the racing roulette. Hopefully he's been practicing a bit more on these cars, and with a 12.6 under his belt here tonight, Crusher Bro will be doing a great job out on track, that is for certain, and I'm sure that everyone else will do a great job out on track for certain as well. We come towards the end of lap 2 already. Crusher Bro leads the way in Norwegian, looking for the Grand Slam, looking for his chocolate of course after this. Crusher Bro through the final corner very nicely indeed. He's got 5 seconds now over Andy. There are the cars just coming out of the pits. McKinley for you and Aguileta. Bit of a cone flying action there from Andy. Just got the corner on the inside of the corner, on the outside of the corner I think. Oh, Crusher Bro slides it through turn 1, just avoids to go off track. Crusher Bro does well to recover the car through the back end. Andy is in 2nd and drops the back end. That, unfortunately, is the cost of too much power. Alan Kay is going to go through into that 2nd position. Andy just applying a bit too much power through turn 1. The back end just steps out, similar to what we saw with the Indy cars, in fact. And Alan Kay now takes full advantage of that. Andy rejoined in a safe manner in behind and joined in 3rd position, with Alan Kay now up to 2nd. Nico Casti in 4th on his debut. In 4th, his debut in the Formula Renault now. Of course, didn't do so badly in the racing roulette. Andy though right in the back of Alan Kay. So the Scotsman right on the back of the Irishman here, with nearly 4 minutes gone in this 15-minute race for the Formula Renault. Technically round 7 of the championship. This round 4, of course, in terms of tracks, round 7 of the championship if you've been counting up the races. Andy leads the way. Andy hunting down, Alan Kay. Crusher Bro, of course, leading the way. 14.2 seconds that gap. And again, that cone goes flying. Not sure what cones have done to Andy, but Andy getting rid of the cones, just taking a bit wide exit there. See the camera shaking there for a moment. Alan Kay and Andy deep down into turn 1. Look up there from Alan Kay. Andy right on the back. Trying to hunt down the inside. Oh! Trying to hunt down the inside. I honestly thought Alan Kay got that move done. He waits up resolutely. Don't think Andy would have got the move done. Alan Kay is going to wait up for him nonetheless. And he's dropped it actually on the back end through turn 4, that is, I think. Alan Kay, yeah, through turn 4 he's dropped that. So Alan Kay down to 3rd as a result of a mistake. Just waiting up slightly there for Andy. Just dropped the back end. That was the apply of a bit less power, if I've got to be honest, compared to what we've seen with some of the spinners here tonight. But Andy into 2nd, Alan Kay into 3rd. Irishman doing a good job still. Will recover from his mistake. He's got Nico Casti trying to chase him down. But Andy now beginning to pull away, and just seems like confidence might have been knocked slightly from the spin of Alan Kay. And Alan Kay doing well to recover. He should have enough, I think, to maintain that gap over Nico Casti in 3rd position. 16.6 last time around. And Andy 22.4 lap time, and in fact Alan Kay was quicker than everyone else last time around, with Crusher Bro setting a 16.6. So coming across the line once again. Crusher Bro leads the way, 16.6 for him last time around. Andy in 2nd. Alan Kay's result that mistake is in 3rd, but 2 seconds the gap. Andy has been prone to making just a couple of mistakes out on track, just to being a little bit picky, to be honest. Alan Kay in 3rd will hunt him down. Nico Casti doing well in 4th. There's Molly Matt in 5th position in the Team Sharifsa car. Charlie in 6th. He seemingly was the cause of that carnage earlier on. We've got battle developing though in behind. McKinley for you and Aguileta are actually on the back of Molly Matt. yeah, Molly. Sorry, on Nico Cassidy. Oh, and Charlie, and that is Aguilera actually going off wide through. That's me. If I could sort out my drivers, that would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, it's a bit hard to commentate on drivers that are being lapped. That's Nico Cassidy, sorry, being attacked now by McKinnon Few, and the blue flag is out. He has got to move himself out of the way here, Nico Cassidy. You can't fight a car that is, of course, thingy, and of course, I believe it is fair to let drivers through. Nico Cassidy just takes avoiding action there, and McKinnon Few is through safely. So McKinnon Few has gone past Nico Cassidy. Nico Cassidy now getting the blue flags on Aguilera. Aguilera right on the back. This is for a battle for 7th, by the way, just to allude on to this. This is a battle for 7th. Nico Cassidy fighting for position in 4th position. And Aguilera hunting down the inside, and again, Aguilera just trying to manage that. McKinnon Few is through safety though on Nico Cassidy, and look quicker with the car actually being lapped. Nico Cassidy, sorry, McKinnon Few lapping Nico Cassidy there. But nearly halfway through, Christopher leads the way, 24.4 seconds, dominating out in front. Andy in second, but Alan Kay beginning to hunt into that gap. I do apologise. Beginning to hunt into that gap. Was supposed to say the H, it came out as a bit of a C there, to be honest. Alan Kay hunting down Andy for 2nd position. About 2 seconds the gap. The Irishman doing a good job. Just looks up slightly. Looking on that, yeah, my lap, by the way, was on time trial. Just to confirm about that, Maze, it was on time trial at 12.9, I think it was. First of all, set at 12.6. I would have been 2nd in qualifying, but that's just me a bit boasting, to be honest. 1.7 seconds, though, down the straight. Alan Kay and Andy. Closest battle we've got out on track. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Crusher dominating, of course, out in front. Andy in 2nd, with Alan Kay in 3rd. There's Nico Cassidy, there's Ronnie Matt 4th and 5th. Team Shirts are doing quite well. Charlie in 6th, Kinfew in 7th, and Aguilera in 8th position. And Team Panasonic being chased down by the Team Renault Sport, and there is 1.2 seconds now. Alan Kay has been lapping faster than Andy, which doesn't impede me to be a shock, to be honest. I've got to say Alan Kay has improved week upon week. And compared to last season, it's a big difference. It's a massive difference, and it's an all-positive difference as well for Alan Kay. And he is hunting down Andy. 9/10 the gap, pretty much a second now the gap, in fact. And Alan Kay might have the measure of Andy as we come through into 12 and 13 and 14 once again. It's just under 6 minutes to go. Andy doing a much better job, actually, than his weird pit stop, I've got to be honest. I think he lost control of the car and he lost back end, and that's why he went into pit stop in the racing roulette. Doing a much better job here in 2nd place currently, with Alan Kay hunting them down in 3rd. McKinnon Few is hunting them both down. Of course, he has been lapped by these guys. Does have a fight to unlap himself, but I think just in terms and purposes of this battle, I think he should probably maybe just stay in behind this and watch these guys battle on fairly and squarely. I'm very sorry if I am taking a few breaks in commentary. Oh dear. Alan Kay right on the back of Andy. Andy getting a lock up now, just goes slightly wide. Just gives a bit of a look into with Alan Kay. 2nd the gap. Nico Cassidy in 4th. Doing a good job, I've got to say, on his debut here in the Formula Renaults. His first race in these Formula Renaults, and he's doing a much better job than a few of his spins in the IndyCars, of course, and he is mastering this track very well. Nico Cassidy in 4th. I think he had a drive-through jump start. Yeah, if he did, that's what I think I said in commentary early on. That's what I assumed. But obviously, if he has had a drive-through, I didn't see anything come up in the race feed, so there might have been a bit of a glitch going on there. On the racing roulette. I will go back and check on on racing roulette to see if that was the case. I will just confirm that for you guys later on. But Crusher leading the way, Andy in 2nd. Alan Kay actually being hunted down by McKinnon Few. McKinnon's lapped have been lapping around 1.2 seconds quicker, and he is feeling like he is the quicker driver out on track. There is McKinley in 7th position. He has pulled away from Aguilera. That is Aguilera just in the background of shot in the Keep Dumberville car. Ooh, contact made there between McKinley and Alan Kay. Just locking up on the back end and missing his braking point slightly there, McKinley. Still in the back though. Doing a good job out on track, most of these drivers. But battle for second has just sort of ebbed away slightly. 2 seconds of the gap. And again, the lock up there from Alan Kay going into turn 12, into 13 now. And past the new pit lane. Alan Kay just dropping the back end slightly. McKinley might have a feel of a look in here. And this is just going to cause him a bit of a headache here, to be honest, Alan Kay. He is thinking about his own race at the moment. 2 seconds behind on Andy, coming down the straight. But McKinley trying to unmap himself. I think he could get the job done down the inside. He's just going to hold off. But there is Aguilera right in the back of this as well. Aguilera has suddenly came into this. We've almost got 2 battles going on. Even though drivers have been lapped out on track, we've got 2 battles going on. It's Andy and Alan Kay for second and third. And then we've got, pretty much in the same shot, McKinley and Aguilera for the wooden spoon at the minute. But McKinley and Aguilera just dropped the back end there through the corner. McKinley not going to launch it down the inside. Again, good sportsmanship shown by McKinley, just dropping him behind. He thought he could do... obviously, if he tried to go for a move, it would be like Esteban Ocon on Max Verstappen in Brazil 2018. And in fact, who was that just dropping off? Yeah, McKinley, I think, just ran onto the grass there slightly. Just in behind. Gives Aguilera another look in. 9/10 the gap. 2 seconds still between Andy and Alan Kay, with 2 more laps to go. Crusher Bro is there through the first sector. There he is. There is Crusher Bro. In fact, coming through the middle sector. And he's dominating that on track. We will have 2 more drivers, 2 more laps, of course, after this. That's the word I was trying to look for, the laps. Crusher Bro coming through. 20 seconds left on the clock, really, in terms of getting onto another lap. He should do this quite comfortably indeed. Through the final 2 corners he comes, dominating that in front. Crusher Bro coming across the line. We'll go on to the final 2 laps. We will get 2 more laps then. Same amount of lap time as the Racing Roulette. Andy being hunted down actually by Alan Kay. And Alan Kay suddenly getting back into this. 9/10 of the gap. The Irishman beginning to hunt down the Scotsman. A love lost between these 2. The commentator outperforming my co-commentator in Mini League, of course, Alan Kay. And Andy doing a good job out on track. Alan Kay, of course, doing a good job out on track. And everyone's still going around out on track, which is great to see, which is great for you as the viewers to see. Aguilera's just dropped it there in the background of shot. Just saw that on the mini-map. Didn't pick up on the camera angle, but he's just dropped it through the back end. The back end through turn 13 there. So he's just through turn 12. Oh, and that is a terrible camera angle. Look at that. Running down the straight. Good to see. We don't want that. Alan Kay still in the back of Andy. 6/10 of a second. Coming into turn 1 once again. Got to make a break at this move, really. We have got another lap to go. Crusher Bro is coming around the final corner now. We will have 1 more lap, of course, after this. Crusher Bro comes across the line to start that final lap of the race. But the battles are still going on. And Alan Kay tries to hunt down Andy once again. Andy right on the back. McKinley just staying in behind. Good to see. Alan Kay going at a slower rate. Could bring McKinley back into Aguilera here, so this is a bit of a tactical. I'm not saying it's a tactical ploy. He's just going at a slower rate than McKinley and Aguilera behind him, so could just back up the 7th and 8th battle for 3rd and 2nd. And Alan Kay is hunting down Andy here. 5/10 of the gap. The Irishman is closing in on him quick. Crusher Bro is already into the middle sector. We'll keep one eye on that. 1 eye on this battle as well. Alan Kay about to come across the line to start the final lap. The race runs very wide off the hairpin. Goodness me. Andy across the line in 2nd. Thinks that is probably the end of the race. It is not. Alan Kay has picked up a penalty as a result of him going wide. I think McKinley was down the inside. Alan Kay desperately trying to fend him off. And again, 2-for-1 battles, and Alan K and McIntyre give each other room. McIntyre is through on Alan K, but Crusherbro comes across the line to win. Crusherbro across the line to win, takes it. Alan K hunting down Andy for second, but Andy, I think, has got the measure of Alan K now, and just to pick up on that penalty, a second worth of penalties for Alan K. So that'll be added on. It won't change the point score at the end of the day, of the end of this race. Nico Cassidy in fourth. Oh, Alan K drops the back end. Aguilera's gone through. Aguilera's... Oh, well, he hasn't gone through, actually. I thought, by the camera angle he had. Alan K is now in third. Going to be settling for that third position. Andy now in second has pretty much got safekeeping, I think, over the second place. Through turn 12 into 13 they come once again. And Andy doing a good job out on track with Alan K now going to be hunting around in third as well. But Andy coming across the line. Retribution, I think, for his performance and his drive through in the racing roulette. He comes across the line to finish second. The Scotsman doing well. Alan K in third. McIntyre already across the line. Aguilera is across the line and behind as well. Alan K across the line in third. We're only waiting then on Nico Cassidy, I think, to come across the line. Yeah, Nico Cassidy is the only one to come across the line. In fourth position, doing a good job. Everyone else has come across the line. Molly Match in fifth, Charlie in sixth, McIntyre 7, Aguilera in eighth, Nico Cassidy across the line to finish in fourth. So that is race 1 of the Formula Renault's over. 15 minutes worth of racing still to come. Crusherbro takes it from Andy in second. Alan K with that second penalty makes no difference to the result. Nico Cassidy in fourth, Molly Matt in fifth, Charlie in sixth, McIntyre in seventh, and Aguilera in eighth position. Nico Cassidy actually an Italian driver, so I can actually say his nationality now in commentary, which is fantastic. But one more race to come for the Formula Renaults. As soon as this is over, I'll be going off to watch I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, which has came on here in the UK, which is going to be fantastic to watch as well. Crusherbro very happy with his result, I think, there. We should get going very shortly indeed, providing all is being well. Everything is being well, of course. Hopefully you guys still doing well and tuning in to the stream and enjoying the stream. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, of course, if you are new to the channel. More subscribers we get, the more you guys get to enjoy the action. It's as simple as that. 15 minutes worth of action still to come. Just to give anybody of interest on the Formula Renaults, 187 mile an hour top speed, 2.9 seconds in acceleration, 530 brake horsepower for power, nearly 1.4 ton V8 engine with a 6-speed sequential gearbox. That is just 6 gears for the cars out on track. 8 drivers about to do battle once again for 15 minutes worth of action. I will be back in just a minute. We are about to get going here for 15 minutes worth of action still left to go. And Alan Kay starts on pole with Nico Casti in second, Andy in third, McKinnon Few in fourth, Charlie in fifth, Crushbro in sixth, Aguilera seventh, Molly Matt in eighth position. And we should get going for 15 minutes worth of action left to go for the Formula Renault. Do me. So we are better get going here. 15 minutes left to go. Who's going to win out on track? Lights down, away we go. Alan Kay gets a very good start. McKinnon Few again gets a much better start. He's gone past Alan Kay already. Just gives a little bit of a nudge there to the side. And McKinnon Few is into the lead of the race early. So McKinnon Few down into turn one will lead the way. Everyone watch out for the braking points. No contact, which is good to see. Charlie making sure that braking point is on point. Alan Kay and Crushbro going side by side. And that is a good move from Crushbro. Going around the outside of Alan Kay into second. And Nico Casti is down the inside of Alan Kay into third. Slightly lent on each other there. Slight bit of contact, but we'll let that go. Crushbro right on the back of McKinnon Few. Leading early on. Aguilera just running wide on the background there, but Crushbro leads the way down. He's going to lead the way down into turn 7, gets the inside move, and he's got the move, and he's got the lead of the race. Crushbro down up into P1. Nico Casti has gone through, and Alan Kay just in the background as well. Slight bit of contact between Molly Matt and Andy. Andy is up to 5th. Molly Matt in 6th, just pops the apex of the corner there. Charlie trying to hunt around the outside, and there's 3 wide, 3 in a bed. As Mike says, going around the outside here into the embankment section. Alan Kay and Andy now fighting out for that 4th, 5th position. Molly Matt hunted down the inside and gets ahead of Charlie, who in turn has just been overtaken by his teammate Aguilera. Relatively clean lap. Clean lap 1. Crushbro leads the way at 1.2 seconds. Andy in the wall. Andy's in the wall, and there's mass contact in the background. That is not what you like to see. A car upside down. Molly Matt has been caught up in contact, all as a result of Andy. A huge moment there for Andy. He is out the race. Molly Matt is pretty much out the race. Aguilera has picked up front wing damage. Andy, just a simple mistake like that. Not really any attempt to rejoin either, I've got to say. Couldn't have rejoined in a manner. And unfortunately, Andy out the race. Molly Matt is stricken, let's just say, on the start-finish straight. Everyone has got to be aware. It is on the racing line as well, that. So Molly Matt seemingly out the race as a result. He is there. He has got the car, in fact, going. He has got the car upright at least. He might be into the pits, actually, and it's not came up on my screen. In the meantime, Charlie and Nico Casti going at it for 4th position, with Nico in 5th, Charlie in 4th, Nico in 5th. Nothing could have been done, I think, about that crash, though, in the meantime. Andy definitely not at fault. Oh, Nico Casti diving out late down the inside. I'll tell you what, he's pulled off that move. That was so late on the brakes. Nico Casti, give yourself a pat on the back for that. What a move down the inside of Charlie. Charlie had no response to that. Fantastic work by Nico Casti. He's got the move done. He's into 4th position. There is Molly Matt. He is off track. Luckily, Charlie right on the back. But Nico Casti on the brakes. He's got Cohen right on the back of him. Charlie has made contact with the back end. Charlie is going to try and escape from that. Molly Matt has retired from the race as well. So both the night, as I say, Nico Casti into 4th, Charlie into 5th. And Charlie has let Nico Casti through once again. Crushbro though leads the way by 5.2 seconds. McKinnon Few in 2nd after a great start in the Team Rapper Audio car. Doing a good job, only 6 seconds in behind Crushbro with 4 minutes nearly gone on the clock. Alan Kay is in 3rd. There's our battle just in the background of shot between Nico Casti and Charlie, 4th and 5th, and Aguilera in 6th position. Currently, let's see what you guys have been saying in the chat. In the meantime, we're right on board with Nico Casti and Charlie for the moment. Let's just ride on board with this. Crushbro is crushing it. Yeah, Kieran definitely on the Crushbro train now, I've got to say. Yeah, the momentum is there. He's the defending champ. And I mean, Crushbro has been fantastic. Charlie right around the outside. Oh, and there's contact. Charlie has lost his rear wheel. Charlie leaning across. He looked like he got the move done. Nico Casti, as a result, I think he realised that he doesn't realise that the car has actually got 3 wheels there. That's so unfortunate. Crusher Brawl leads the way still. McKinder for you in second. I'm sorry to having to go on board with moments of contact, but sadly they can't really be avoided at this point in the race. Crusher Brawl leads the way though. McKinder for you is in second. Alan Kay is in third, has dropped off, but is in third and is doing a good job. And if he stays there, he will probably be staying there. He's in third position. He can make quite a few mistakes. To be honest, Nico Cassidy as a result, he's got rear suspension damage, I think, on that car. He's having difficulty to try and control that car through the corners, it seems. Let's just watch it through turn 4. Yeah, he's definitely got rear suspension damage on the right-hand side, I do believe, Nico Cassidy. He's got right side damage on the suspension. Charlie has retired from the race as well, so we're only down to 5. Unfortunate contact. Really, in both instances, of course, the stewards will have a look, of course, after this, and I'm sure I will have an opinion on some of the accidents that we have seen out on track. We are nearly 6 minutes through here in the Formula Renault series, round 8. This is the 8th race of the season, but this is still round 4, of course, in Indianapolis. Crusher Brawl leads the way. McKinder for you in second. Alan Kay is in third. Nico Cassidy is in fourth, and Aguilera is in 5th position. We ride on board then with McKinder for you, who is trying to hunt down Crusher Brawl slightly. 10.4 seconds now the gap. I extend that out quite nicely, but Crusher Brawl doing a good job. 12.8 last time around compared with 16.6 of McKinder for you. Charlie just coming in the comments saying had to retire, no way I was making the background was just a danger to others. Totally respect that, Charlie. I think just with the contact, it might be a racing incident, I don't know. We'll have to have a bit of an in-depth look at that, of course, after the race, and I'm sure we'll see you next week as per usual. Same time, same place. Well, not same place, because we are next week going to go somewhere else, of course, for the Formula Renault. And if my calendar serves me right, we will be going next week to... You will have to forgive me, but by the way, I have to get this up. It has to be right. It has to be factually correct. Looking then at the calendar, I'll soon get it up eventually. We go on to Circuit of the Americas. We stay in the Americas theme. We've got a Circuit of the Americas, famous of course, the current host of the American Grand Prix in Formula 1. A great track nonetheless. Herman Tilke designed. 2012 it opened. We'll see you there next week, of course. But Crusher Brawl, as we approach the halfway stage, leads here in the Formula Renault, dominating out on track, 14 seconds the gap. From McKinder for you in second. Again, just a bit of a wide exit there from McKinder for you in second. Alan Kay is in third, Nico Cassidy in fourth, and Aguilera in 5th position. I think honestly, the positions are probably going to stay maybe as they are. A lot of ball though with Alan Kay, who is trying to hunt down McKinder for you. In fact, that is Aguilera just on the back of Alan Kay, who has been lapped. So Alan Kay doing a good job, maintaining that 3rd position. Everyone, of course, still going around out on track who hasn't picked up damage or lack of damage here. Of course, Aguilera had to pit in with front wing damage. But Alan Kay running in 3rd, doing a good job. Trying to hunt down Andy. Ooh, just drops his back end slightly there through turn 1. And just ensures that he is still running around in that 3rd position. McKinder for you in 2nd. That's the 2nd sector set by Crusher Brawl. 24.6 for Crusher Brawl in that 2nd sector. McKinder for you in 2nd though. In the meantime, Alan Kay is in 3rd position. So that's right on board with Crusher Brawl. And in fact, while we've got no real action happening out on track, I'm going to give you a bit of an onboard lap here of Indianapolis. See how you guys can feel from the cockpit of Crusher Brawl's car. Why not? So down into turn 1 with as the oval now intersects into the roll course. Through turn 1 he goes, catches the curb nicely on the inside. Through turn 2, just avoids the apex slightly. Doesn't want to catch the apex through there. Through 3 and into 4. This next right-hander. Through the 1st sector he comes. Crusher Brawl 10th off his personal best through the chicane of 5 and 6 with the big pointy Middle bit, we can't see the car ahead really. That is looking like Nico Casti in front of him. Crusher Bro through into 7, 8, 9 and 10. This left, right complex. As once again the road course begins to intersect with the oval circuit. Crusher Bro through turn 10 nicely. Doesn't drop the back end. Nico Casti slow in front of him. Just got to watch out. Blue flags will probably be in operation very shortly indeed. Crusher Bro then down into, as Nico Casti goes very wide, he doesn't rejoin the track. Crusher Bro through 12, into 13 he goes, and then into 14. And I think it's a good real angle there to really perceive from the driver's perspective what is actually like to drive around the track. Crusher Bro comes across the line and doesn't set the new fastest lap. That would have been perfect if he did. But 3.5 tenths with 5 minutes to go. Crusher Bro leads the way. McKinley is in second. Alan Kay is in third. 3 tenths up on his personal best. Doing a good job out on track. Nico in fourth. And Aguilera in fifth position. Of course, Charlie, Andy and Molly Matt all out of the race as a result of unfortunate bits of contact in both areas, I think. Of course, stewards will have a look after this race and we'll have a look and we'll investigate all incidents that have occurred out on track here tonight. Andy also just coming in and having an opinion and having a say on what happened with the contact. Damn it, DRS caused me to lose control. Thought I'd saved it, it just snapped again. Feel bad for those collected in the mess. It's just one of those things, I think. It's one of those crashes. I think, honestly, it'll probably be a racing incident. There's no fault. There wasn't really there was still danger, even if Andy did go down the inside. He opted, obviously, where the car had spun, he opted, obviously, and Aguilera and Molly Matt were just sitting ducks, really. Nothing they could do about that. It's unfortunate, but in racing it happens. In racing it happens, and I'm sure everyone will be back next week in much brighter spirits, I've got to say, and make up for lost time and get a bit of retribution out on track. Crusher Bro leads the way still, 23 seconds the gap. McKinley is in second, Alan Kay is in third, Nico Casti is in fourth. In a great debut performance, I've got to say, in fourth once again. Has maintained the consistency. Aguilera is in fifth as well, and the Spaniard about 20 odd seconds off him, 26 seconds I make that off him. And if he just drops back in there through turn one, go back on board with the battle. Well, there's no battles out on track, so I'm going to try and focus on everyone individually and talk a bit about them. Crusher Bro does lead the way, 23 seconds. And coming into tonight, I'll just remind everyone tuning in of the points total coming into tonight. 159 points for Crusher Bro coming into tonight. McKinley for you in second on 100 in third, sorry, on 102 points. Alan Kay with 104 points in second, so that might just reverse slightly. Nico Casti, obviously a new driver coming in tonight, so we'll gain the points he has scored. And Aguilera is on 92 points, so we'll be gaining quite a few points as well for Aguilera here out on track. I think we might have another 2 more laps after this one to go. Crusher Bro still out in front with McKinley in second. There is Alan Kay in third, 10 seconds off McKinley. McKinley has been lapping at a slightly faster rate than Alan Kay, about 2-3 tenths per lap, which has just seen the gap extend to around 12 seconds actually, the gap now. Nico Casti has gone for an excursion at turn 1. He joined safely and has rejoined in fourth position still. Aguilera is just at the start-finish straight as he comes across the line in fifth position. With 1 minute and 50 seconds to go, who has been your driver of the day? Put in the votes, of course, in the chat and indeed in the PSN chat as well. And I'm sure you guys will probably vote for the guy I'm currently on board with, Crusher Bro. Again, another dominating performance. He might wrap up the championship possibly next week. That is, of course, remaining to be confirmed. The official unofficial results, of course, to be confirmed. But it's been very strong stuff from all of the guys here out on track. Everyone's still going around in great terms and still going around as competitive as ever. The minute just over to go. The standings, as you'll probably see them, probably remain as they are, unless Nico Casti loses that position to Aguilera, who is running in behind Alan Kay. Nico Casti has been making a few mistakes this lap, it seems. Got the gap now to 8 seconds. Aguilera trying to hunt him down the straight. Will come into camera shot any second now. Perfect timing. There he is, the red car, the Keep Done revealed car, just in behind Alan Kay in the background of shot. Crusher Bro is through sector 2, and with 30 seconds to go, it's looking likely we'll get another lap, and it's looking once again likely that Crusher Bro is going to take a grand slam of victories and probably is on the way to be picking up more chocolate. And it's probably due his way. Just a slight resemblance of a slight loss of back end there. Opens up the DRS, of course. I forgot to mention that these cars do have DRS. The Indy cars, of course, have the KERS system, the Kinetic Energy Recovery System. Shocking camera angle. I don't know what it is with the camera angles. Joining on and seeing the man with the flag, essentially, standing on top of the wall. And the... standing on top, of course, of the platform, just in the coming across the start-finish line, the checkered flag line, that is. Crusher Bro, though, through into the final lap. McIntyre is in second, Alan Kay is in third, Nico Casti is in fourth. That gap has reduced again slightly, and I wouldn't honestly put it past us if Aguilera does get him on the final lap. Just watch out for that, though. Nico Casti and Aguilera, in fact, these will be coming across the line now. So Nico Casti, sorry, will come across the line in 4th position. Aguilera has lost out of the back end, similar to what we saw with Andy. He'll be coming across the line in 5th, I think. No, they're actually on. They're still going out on the lap. Crusher Bro. Then we'll have to wait until Crusher Bro comes across the line, and then we'll see everyone else come across the line as well. So Crusher Bro through the final 2 corners now. It's been a dominating success from the Norwegian. He'll extend his championship lead, and a few more chocolate will be coming his way tonight. Crusher Bro will win, and wins in Indianapolis. Fantastic result for Crusher Bro. Takes the win, takes a grand slam of wins, Racing Roulette, and the 2 and the fastest laps. Pretty much a perfect weekend once again for Crusher Bro. Kinderfew is in 2nd place and will be next to come across the line here out on track. 3rd place going to be going to Alan Kay, who was ever the consistent and may maintain a 2nd place in the standings, because we'll have to find out. Kinderfew across the line in 2nd. Alan Kay will be coming across the line in 3rd. It'll be Nico Casti, sorry, coming across the line in 4th next. Then it'll be just in behind Alan Kay in 3rd position. Nico Casti across the line in 4th. Good debut from him. Alan Kay across the line in 3rd, just in front of him, just in behind him on track. And Aguilera will be final to come across the line, and he finished in 5th position. It's the running down of the order. The official, unofficial results, of course. Crusher Bro takes it with McIntyre in 2nd, Alan Kay in 3rd, Nico Casti in 4th, and Aguilera in 5th. Molly, Matt, Andy, and Charlie not picking up any points, as they unfortunately didn't finish as a result of that contact earlier on in the race. But that is it for tonight. The Formula Reynolds is over and done with, and of course, if you're on sick of the action here in TTTV, we've got more coming for you tomorrow. I am back tomorrow. TTL F2. We, of course, are going to be racing tomorrow night in the F2 2019 cars. And just to pick up on the track that it is actually tomorrow night, we do go from Hungary to, and I've got to get this right once again, I do believe it's Italy tomorrow night, Monza. We do have a new driver testing out as well tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be having him and seeing him tomorrow night in the main series, as long as he passes that trial. Wednesday, nothing happening. I'm away as well on Wednesday all day. Thursday, we'll have TTL F1, Kieran and Andy to take you through that one. And then Friday will be TTFL with Mark once again. And I do believe he might be getting joined by a special guest, so you'll have to tune in on Friday to wait and see who that might be. But for me, JamesHead14, bid you farewell. Thank you very much for watching here, the Racing Roulette and the Formula Renault series. And until next time, to be tomorrow for TTL F2, goodbye.